Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. AUD USD meets 4HR channel resistance in its plight for higher ground. ntvforex.com News ID 7F8F1826 GMT by Ross J. Berland. AUD USD is trying to rally into the wind, propped up on elevated risk appetite and higher equities. The US dollar is struggling to maintain a meaningful bid, but there are pages missing. NBSP in the bull's playbook for AUD. Technically, 4HR channel resistance could be a hard nut to crack. AUD USD is trading at 0.7166, struggling to shake off the bears as it advances some 0.34% on the day within a 4HR bear channel, rallying sharply from the lows of 0.7109 to a high of 0.7175. The move is a reflection of the US dollar's inability to hold onto any meaningful ground following its recovery attempt measured by the DXY down in the mid-92 ranges. NBSP. The dollar fell from a one-week high on Wednesday, as political wrangling over a stimulus package for the US NBSP economy halted run higher its month, so far. There is an emphasis on the US and emerging market stocks, both for which risk appetite, positively NBSP so, and the US dollar, negatively so, are NBSP correlated in opposite ways. NBSP higher equities supporting AUD. The Aussie attracts demand on sentiment for which drives the stock markets higher, and today we have seen investors return to support equities in droves. NBSP at a high of 3,83.21 scored today. The S&P 500 SPX is once again flirting with its all-time closing high at 3,386.15, just shy of the 3,393.15 NBSP record intraday high, both for which were NBSP registered on February 19. However, the SPX is getting a Big 5 boost from NBSP, Apple AAPL, Microsoft MSFT, Amazon.com AMZ and NBSP, and Alphabet Google and Facebook FB. Shortly after noon, these five stocks were accounting for around 40% of the SPX's rise today. And with this, small caps, the banks and energy are lagging. Some would argue, therefore, that the surge in the indexes is not a true reflection of fundamentals and may wish to caution chasing the surge. Cutting the pie into slices, hardly the basis for strong fundamentals. Moreover, stock splits have been NBSP announced by Apple and Tesla, which have boosted demand for shares. However, such a move could prompt other companies with high price shares such as AMNZ, Google, to consider such a tact, but that is not necessarily a bullish outlook for the stock market, at least from a fundamental standpoint. Cutting the pizza into slices so more investors can share the same pie is not affecting the underlying value of the business, nor is it attracting investors who are concerned for anything more than technical, momentum and non-fundamental drivers. NBSP meanwhile, on the data front, stronger than expected US NBSP Consumer Price Index numbers. NBSP briefly lifted the dollar against a basket of currencies, including the Australian dollar. The CPI showed a rise of NBSP 0.6% last month after rebounding 0.6% in June. Excluding the volatile food and energy components, the CPI also jumped 0.6% last month. That was the largest gain since January 1991 and followed a 0.2% rise in June. Stalemate on the NBSP US NBSP stimulus package. However, NBSP a drag on the greenback stays with the market's focus on the US NBSP stimulus package. US NBSP Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said on Wednesday that the White House and top Democrats in Congress may not be able to reach a deal on coronavirus aid, in the fifth day without talks on the stalemate blocking relief to tens of millions of Americans. NBSP RBA missed its chance. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of Australia may NBSP have just missed its only chance this summer to talk down the Aussie in the face of inflationary headwinds. At last week's RBA policy meeting, Governor Lowe signalled that he was fairly content with the level of the NBSP AUD. In the statement on monetary policy, the RBA commented that the Australian dollar is now in a range that is broadly consistent with its fundamental determinants, namely the terms of trade and the differential between interest rates in Australia and rates in major advanced economies. NBSP. Given the grim backdrop for global growth and Australia long-standing difficulties in promoting wage inflation, analysts at Rabobank raise their concerns for relying too strongly on the RBA's laid-back approach. The RBA has been dubbed as the most hawkish central bank in the G10 by some commentators, and the coming months are likely to test the central bank's resolve in maintaining this position. While the comments from the RBA are supportive for NBSP AUD USD NBSP in the near term, we see risk of a pullback below 0.70 in a 3 mth to 6 mth view. AUD USD levels. The 4-hour chart below shows that there could be some difficulty in shaking off the bears at this juncture. The monthly chart offers strong resistance also, with a focus on downside structure NBSP and the confluence with a 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. NBSP AUD USD overview. Today last price 0.7168, today daily change 0.0025, today daily change percent 0.35, today daily open 0.7143. NBSP trends daily SMA 20 0.7123, daily SMA 50 0.7002, daily SMA 100 0.67, daily SMA 200 0.6708. NBSP levels. Previous daily high 0.719, previous daily low 0.7134, previous weekly high 0.7244, previous weekly low 0.7076, previous monthly high 0.7228, previous monthly low 0.6876, daily Fibonacci 38.2%, 0.7155, daily Fibonacci 61.8%, 0.7169, daily pivot point S1 0.7121, daily pivot point S2 0.71. Daily pivot point S3 0.7065, daily pivot point R1 0.7177, daily pivot point R2 0.7212, daily pivot point R3 0.7233. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.